This week, we're doing the best blue-collar dad jokes. Roll the intro. Hi, Luke.
What up, Andrew?
Okay, yeah. Let me tell him. Downtime, it's about time. Big bad problem, trying to strip it down line. Downtime, turning all the cash to dirt. Downtime, getting us back to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Downtime presented by Conequip Parts, where if you have downtime, you might as well spend it with us. And if you have heavy equipment and you need parts, you might as well get it from Conequip Parts, 716-836-5069, or you can go to conequip.com/shop to do some online shopping 24/7. We got what you need. You know what to do. Go ahead and do it, but let's tell some dad jokes.
Get ready to cringe.
A homeowner was delighted with the way the painter had done all the work on his house. "You did a great job," he said, and handed the man a check. "As a special thank you, here's an extra $80 to take the missus out to dinner and a movie." Later that night, the doorbell rang and it was the painter. Thinking the painter had forgotten something, the man asked, "What's the matter? Did you forget something?" "No," replied the painter. "I'm just here to take your missus out to dinner and a movie like you asked."
The strong young man at the construction site was bragging that he could outdo anyone at a feat of strength. He made a special case of making fun of one of the older workmen. After several minutes, the older worker had had enough. "Why don't you put your money where your mouth is?" he said. "I'll bet a week's wages that I can haul something in a wheelbarrow over to that outbuilding and you won't be able to pick the wheel back up." "You're on, old man," the braggart replied. "Let's see what you got." The old man reached out, grabbed the wheelbarrow by the handles, then, nodding at the young man, said, "All right, get in."
Because he can't.
This silly
He
dad
can't
dog. He
possibly-
got played.
Get the joke.
That's called wisdom.
A little girl watches builders every day and eventually helps them for fun. They even give her $10 at the end of the week. At the bank, the teller says, "Well, aren't you adorable? Will you be back next week, little miss?" She says, "Yes, as long as those damn Home Depot guys finally deliver the supplies."
Dude, she's got it in her blood. It's in her blood. You know, she's probably got a
hanging
construction working blue collar daddy, and she knows how it goes.
Dude,
gotta pay rent.
So good.
Two carpenters were working on a house. The one who was nailing down the timber would reach into his nail pouch, pull out a nail, and either toss it over his shoulder or nail it in. The other carpenter figured this was worth looking into and asked him, "Why are you throwing those nails away?" The first carpenter looked puzzled and then explained, "If I pull a nail out of my pouch and it's pointed towards me, I throw it away because it's defective. If it's pointed towards the house, then I nail it in." The second carpenter got completely upset and yelled, "You moron! The nails pointed towards you aren't defective. They're for the other side of the house." Yeah!
Four surgeons are discussing who makes the best type of surgery patient. The first surgeon says, "I like to see accountants on my operating table because when you open them up, everything inside is numbered." The second responds, "Yeah, but you should try electricians. Everything inside them is color-coded." The third surgeon says, "No, I think librarians are the best. Everything inside them is in alphabetical order." The fourth surgeon chimes in, "You know, I like construction workers. They seem to understand when you have a few parts left over at the end and the job takes longer than you said it would."
That's so true.
So true.
Oh my God.
It's like
It's
every
over
construction
budget.
worker-
You have
Oh
a
my
bunch of
gosh.
stuff left over.
Dude,
and
that's
stuff
so
seems to
funny.
wiggle when it's not supposed to.
Yeah. Construction inside and out, right, guys? All right.
4 construction workers are parched after working in the hot sun all day. They have run out of bottled water and decide to knock on the door of the one house on the block that is finished and occupied. An old lady answers. They tell her the story, and she invited them in. They sit at her kitchen table to ensure the sofa stays clean. She goes to the kitchen to gather up glasses and ice and to make them drinks. Meanwhile, the guys notice a bowl of peanuts in the center of the table and begin munching away. She returns, and the largest guy blushes and says, "Sorry, ma'am, we got a little carried away and ate all the peanuts while you were waiting." "Oh, that's quite all right," she says. They're too hard for my weaving teeth anyway. I just like to take my dentures out and suck the chocolate out of them."
That one's actually pretty funny.
What? What peanuts have chocolate in them?
Chocolate-covered peanuts, dude. She sucks the chocolate off and puts the rest into a bowl.
That's disgusting.
That one's actually good. I like that
That
one.
one was actually funny. Granny got a chill.
Two laborers, John and Dave, were working, and John, upon a scaffold, accidentally cut off his ear. He yelled down to Dave, "Hey, look out for my ear. I just cut it off." A bit later, Dave calls up to John, "Is this your ear?" John looks down and says, "No, mine had a pencil behind it." No, because they put pencils behind their ear.
A carpenter walks onto a job site of a large company and hands the foreman his application. The foreman begins to scan the sheet and notices that the applicant has been fired from every job he's ever held. "I must say," says the foreman, "your work history is terrible. You've been fired from every job." "Yes," says the carpenter. "Well," continues the foreman, "there's not much positive in that." "Hey," says the guy and pokes at the application, "at least I'm not a quitter."
Yeah, dude, because he doesn't quit. He gets fired, dude.
He does not.
Give him a job. Give him a job.
Yeah, give the man a job.
A construction contractor buys a 10-foot Italian submarine sandwich to feed his crew. It gets delivered a little early, so he sets it out on the table and goes back to finish up the morning's work. By the time him and his crew get back to it, though, there's something wrong. Most of the middle sections are missing, and the two ends have been pushed together, making it only a 4-foot sandwich. He turns to his crew and asks if anyone snuck in to eat the sandwich one by one. They all shake their heads and deny it any wrongdoing. He's at a loss until one of his guys points out that the company had hired an electrician to do a bit of wiring in that morning. "Of course," the boss exclaims. "It's a subcontractor."
Two construction workers and a soldier are standing on top of a hill. As they look down, they see a small village at the bottom of the hill. The construction worker throws a hammer from the top of the hill, then goes down to the hill into the village, where he sees a little boy crying. "Why are you crying, little boy?" he asks. The boy says, "A hammer fell from the sky and bumped my head." The second construction worker throws a screwdriver from the top of the hill, then goes down the hill and sees a little girl crying. "Why are you crying, little girl?" he asks. The girl says, "A screwdriver fell from the sky and ruined my science project." Finally, the soldier throws a grenade from the top of the hill, then goes down the hill and sees a little boy laughing. "Why are you laughing, little boy?" he asks. The boy replies, "My mom farted and then the house blew up."
That one's kind of funny, too.
Fart jokes, dude! Yeah!
I like that they were just like, yeah, let's just throw these things. They won't hurt nobody.
It has come to my attention that Andrew wants to tell us a story. So let's hear it.
Okay. So over the weekend, it was Valentine's Day. So my wife's cousin called me on Friday and was like, "Hey, what are y'all doing for Valentine's Day?" I went to Restaurant Depot and bought big slabs of meat, and I'm cutting my own steaks. And I was like, hell yeah, we'll be there. So we go over.
Story.
And it's like 4 p.m. on Saturday. And he's a notorious.
Please stand by.
Whoopsie! Ha ha ha! We'll get fired if we say that.
That's it. Thanks for laughing with us.
Thanks for laughing with us. If you have any dad jokes you want to tell us, 716-929-5066. You can get a hold of us there to be featured on the podcast. But that's going to do it for today's episode. So be sure to tune in next week to enjoy your downtime with Downtime. Peace.